The Vorac delegation strutted into the Galactic Trade Station's main concourse with all the pompous ceremony their species could muster. Their scales gleamed under the artificial lighting as they paraded their prize, a massive creature from the notorious Deathworld of Cathera 7, bound in energy shackles and neural dampeners. Captain Zarian raised his 4 arms triumphantly. "Behold, the legendary Shadow Maw of Kithera! For 3 cycles, our greatest hunters pursued this apex predator across radioactive wastelands and acid storms. No being in the galaxy has achieved such a feat." The gathered crowd of various alien species murmured in genuine awe. The Shadow Maw stood 12 feet tall, its obsidian hide scarred from countless battles. Rows of crystalline teeth jutted from its elongated skull, and its 6 eyes burned with barely contained fury. Even restrained, it radiated an aura of primal terror that made most observers step back instinctively. "Witness the superiority of Vorac hunting techniques," Zarian continued, basking in the attention. "This beast has claimed the lives of 1,000 warriors from a dozen species, yet we have broken its will and made it our servant." The Shadow Maw snarled, pulling against its bonds, but the energy restraints held firm. Its handler, a cybernetically enhanced Vorac, activated, another neural pulse that sent the creature into temporary submission. From the back of the crowd, a small voice spoke up. "Excuse me, but that doesn't look tamed to me." The assembly turned to see a lone human making her way through the crowd. She was unremarkable by galactic standards. Average height, brown hair, tied back practically, wearing a simple utility jumpsuit marked with Earth Colonial Survey patches. Her name tag read Dr. Sarah Chen. Captain Zarian's scales flushed darker with irritation. "And what would a primitive know about apex predator domestication? Your species has barely left its birth system." Sarah approached calmly, ignoring the hostile stares from the Vorac delegation. "I'm a xenobiologist. I've studied the behavioral patterns of Cathera 7 fauna for the past 5 years. She gestured toward the Shadow Maw. "That's not submission you're seeing. That's calculated patience." "Nonsense!" Zarian bellowed. "We have broken its spirit through superior—" His words died as the Shadow Maw suddenly went rigid. Its 6 eyes fixed on Sarah, nostrils flaring as it caught her scent. A low, keening whine escaped its throat. Not the sound of a predator, but of something deeply afraid. The change was immediate and unmistakable. The creature that had radiated menace moments before began to tremble. Its aggressive posture collapsed as it tried to back away, pulling so hard against its restraints that the energy fields flickered under the strain. "What is happening?" Zarian demanded, frantically gesturing to his handler. "Increase the neural dampening." But no amount of technological coercion could override the Shadow Maw's primal terror. It let out a haunting cry that echoed through the concourse, the sound of an apex predator recognizing something far more dangerous than itself. Sarah stepped closer, and the creature nearly collapsed in its desperation to escape. "You see, Captain, the Shadow Maw isn't the apex predator of Cathera 7. It never was." The crowd fell silent, except for the creature's panicked breathing. "Cathera 7 is one of the few death worlds that developed complex ecosystems despite extreme conditions," Sarah continued matter-of-factly. "The Shadow Maw evolved as an ambush predator, yes, but it also evolved very specific survival instincts. It can smell chemical markers that indicate the presence of something much more dangerous." Zarian's scales had gone pale. What could be more dangerous than a Shadow Maw?" Sarah smiled, but there was nothing friendly in the expression. "Humans, Captain. You see, Earth isn't just a death world. It's a death world that produced persistence hunters. We didn't evolve to be the strongest or the fastest. We evolved to never give up, to track our prey across continents and decades if necessary, to turn any environment into a hunting ground. She gestured to the terrified creature. The Shadow Maw's ancestors learned to fear the scent of true apex predators, the kind that don't just kill for food or territory, but that reshape entire ecosystems. Through sheer, relentless determination, the energy restraints finally gave way under the creature's frantic struggles. But instead of attacking, the Shadow Maw bolted, crashing through the crowd in its desperate flight. Several Vorac tried to stop it, but 12 feet of panicked Deathworld predator was not to be denied. As alarms blared and security forces mobilized, Sarah watched the creature disappear into the station's ventilation system. "You might want to evacuate sections 7 through 12, she called out helpfully. "Shadow Maws are excellent at finding hiding spots." Captain Zarion stared at her in shock. How did you know?" "Because I've spent 5 years on Kythera 7, and every predator species there has the same reaction when they encounter humans. We're not just another species to them. We're the nightmare their genetic memory has been warning them about for millions of years." Sarah turned to leave, then paused. "Oh, and Captain, you might want to update your marketing materials. Temporarily, inconvenienced isn't quite the same as tamed." As she walked away, the assembled aliens gave her a wide berth. Word would spread quickly through the station, as it always did. Another reminder that the small, quiet species from Earth was not to be underestimated. Behind her, the Vorac delegation stood in stunned silence, their pride as shattered as their energy restraints. Somewhere in the station's depths, a Shadow Maw cowered in the darkness, still running from the scent of humanity's ancient promise. We are patient. We are relentless. And we never stop hunting. The galaxy was slowly learning what Earth's prey species had known for millions of years. When humans arrived, even the apex predators knew to run.